Hi everyone, welcome back to our leave follow technique videos with my mannequin Doris. This week I'm going to do something different again. This week I'm going to do everything in slow motion. So in other words, rather than try and dance naturally with her to the natural speed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place her in position as you would do in your leads and your follows, where your arms should be, where her arms should be, where your body and everything should be as well, and then take it slow and just walk each of the steps, because it's much easier to move her that way than obviously because her arms are still pretty stiff. It's quite difficult for me to actually show natural movement. So let's have a go at this and see how we get on. Okay, so the steps we're going to look at today is a form of open break. An open break, in terms of that, what I mean is your open break is when you push her back, chaps, and you step back, okay, with regards to that. Now, when I say stepping back, I don't actually mean stepping back like this, and this is the same for the ladies. When he's pushing you here, ladies, okay, he pushes your body back, but of course you step down. That's not correct, so you won't be putting your foot back like that. As he just leans you, you just step underneath your weight. And you are basically stepping back, but your foot is not going back in terms of there. Same with you chaps. What we're going to do is by that. We don't want to go with this, because this is not a good balance for us to go into that step. So when you do that, back into the step, then you can use each other's weight to actually go forward. And there are a number of different steps that you can do from this open break, and we'll do a couple of them today. So by doing that open, so one into the step, then what we're going to do is we're going to actually bring her forward. Now when we bring her forward, chaps, what's going to happen is we're going to throw the arms up in the air, okay? Now I won't be able to throw hers up, hers are a bit too stiff, so this is why I'm going to do it nice and slow. So by there, and as she comes forward, throw them up, okay? So ladies, oh, that doesn't sound too good. Ladies, the arm goes up like this. Now then, you don't particularly want to look like that, because that looks like you're going to be shot. So, but with regards to there, ladies, the arms could come up, maybe fold over. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Maybe fold over in the step with regards to that, but you don't want your arms open as she's doing there. I can't really bring her in too far, too close to that step. So, and as he pushes you, ladies, so one flick up into the step. Now chaps, when we do that, when we flick, bring it back up. So when we do that open and flick, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the side of her. So showing you there. So if I'm here into the step, 1, 2, 3. Now we wouldn't normally have the elbow sticking out like that. The arm would be up straight. She can't bring her elbow in. So the arm would be up here like this, ladies, with regards to that. So that means, chaps, we can come here without being knocked in the face. Now that's 1, 2, 3. So that's how we come to this point. So if I show you that again, so if I push her, 1, 2, 3. Now what I'm doing is I'm bringing my hands around her, okay? So there. I'm not touching her. You don't need to touch her at this point. We've just done the 1, 2, 3 into that step. And what's going to happen is, ladies, then, with the 1, 2, 3, because what he's done is he's pushed you back and pulled you forward, you're going to continue to walk forward into your 5, as you would do on a normal man ball. So you would go 1, 2, 3, and 5. So you'd have that step forward into the 5. So chaps, as she steps forward into that 5, what you're going to do is you're going to hook behind her. You see that? So we've come here to the 3, we're beside her. She's going to go forward. We don't particularly want to go back any further. We're just going to hook like this. I'll do it from this angle. So I'm here on the 3. As she goes forward, we're just going to hook. And what we're doing is we're making sure our chest follows her around in that step. So here, and then 6, and then 7 into that step. So we're just basically coming around her. So if I just show you that on your own, chaps, you're going 1, flick, 3, 5, 6, 7. And in all that time, she's doing a man ball. So she's going back, 1, 2, 3. So she's coming forward 5, okay? And then 6, 7. Now we're bringing her back on that 6, 7. So if I show you that again, so I flicked her, 1, 2, 3. As she steps forward, you're then going to hold on to her, okay? Now, we're not pulling her back simply, we're just stopping her into that point. Now this is another open break. Now it's another open break because she's gone forward and you've gone back, so you've gone away from each other. So that's 5, 6 and 7. Now on this step, I know we did a step similar to this before, but on this step we're going to go back in front of her again, because now she's going back on her 1 again. So she goes back, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and start to turn her into that step. So what we've done is we've gone all the way around her. So if I show you that again, so it's 1, 2, 3, she's going to go forward, 5, 6, 7, we're going to go in front of her, 1, 2, 3. So in all that time, she's doing the mambo. So she's going back, so she's doing the open break, 1, 2, 3. As she steps forward, chaps, we've gone behind her, bring her back, 5, 6, 7. And then as we've gone in front of her, she's gone 1, 2, 3. Again, into the step, with the arms staying up, ladies, okay? Just into that style. So, let's just do that once more, from this angle. So, of course, the arms are down here. So, we do an open break. So I push her back, 1, flick, 3. She's going to go forward, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to walk in front of her, 1, 2, 3. And at that point on the 3, what's going to happen is we're going to turn her. 5, 6, and 7. And then arms can come down and we can go 1, 2, 3 again into that step. So you see we've walked all the way around her with regards to that. Let me show you again from this angle. So we have our arms, we're going to, let me do it from there. We have our arms, we're going to do an open break, so we push her back. 1, she comes forward, 2, 3, we're here by the side of her. She goes forward, we stop her, 5, 6, 7. She now goes back again, 1, 2, 3. What's going to happen is we then, as she comes forward on the 5, so ladies, you're stepping forward onto the 5, you're not turning at this point. Then chaps, make sure the arms down flat, you don't want it up across the chest. So bring your arms down flat, and as you turn her, 5, you can just like do a little hook there, 5, 6, and 7. And then back to mambo, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now there's another one we can do with that. We can add our own turn with regards to that step, chaps. So what I mean by that is if I do all that step again. So from here, so we do the open break. 1, flick, up, she comes forward. 5, 6, 7. We go 1, 2, 3. Now on this one, instead of us just flicking our hand, flicking our foot there and turning her, as she turns there, we can then turn ourselves too. So we can add that turn. If I do that from here, so when we go 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, you can do the hook. So you can step 6, so you've already turned her, or you've already led her to turn, 6 and 7. Don't worry if you're not all the way around. You can then catch her up, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it from this angle, so do the open break. So 1, flick, up, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed that step.